Hello YouTube! We are back on an A-tier Geester account. This belongs to Kiramiga. We've seen it before. If you didn't catch that video, I'll be sure to link it to this one. But before you disappear to check that out, today we're going to go and do some Star Expedition to show you just how strong Geester is at killing bosses. This guy gets stronger and stronger and stronger, gaining a layer of resolve with every active skill he gains, giving him more damage each time. And the beauty of this ability is it synergizes so well with long boss fights, where you go ahead and grind and do as much damage as you can. We have a Breath of Forest Spirit, giving us additional all damage dealt, damage reduction. We've got skill damage, precision, attack, and a little bit of speed. But of course, we've slowed him down by giving him Warrior's Shoes so that he's not too quick. We need our other heroes to be the right speed. We've got ourselves Halora coming in here, giving Abyssal Corruption to the opponents. A lovely effect that increases the damage of our critical strikes by 24%. Love it. Super strong. Not to mention she gives us Queen's Guard and increases the all damage dealt of our Queen's Guard heroes. Lovely abilities, going to improve our damage significantly. Now, at the moment, Mystic Fairy Freya is in a house. I'm assuming, are we using this Mystic Fairy Freya in the fight, Kiramiga? Is she going to be a hero on this team? Or are we opting for the Natalie, who is in here with a Demon Bell? We do. I assume, are we using all of them? Like, what's the lineup that we send in? I'm guessing we've got ourselves Ignis. Is she wearing a Lucky Candy Bar? She is. We have Olivia and Heartwatcher as well. Lucky Candy Bar there on the Heartwatcher, so I can guess Olivia is the same. She's wearing Elusive Mirror. Perfect. So, the lineup that we're going to be sending to take down this Star Expedition boss, which is, by the way, the highest tier Star Expedition boss before you get to X100. This is X101, the strongest before it switches forms. We're going to go ahead and slap this with our Geester to show you the damage. The team is Scarlet Queen Halora. We have Mystic Fairy Freya. We have Olivia. We have Heartwatcher. We have Geester as our main damage dealer, and we finish things off here with our Ignis. Our pet is a Phoenix, because Geester is able to burn opponents with his core, that it actually improves our damage. You can see this is going to increase all allies' damage to poisoned targets by 18% and burn targets by 18%, giving us a little bit more firepower, and that is absolutely perfect. So we'll go ahead and send this one in and see just how much damage we do. Does her boost go over the crit damage cap? The great thing with Scarlet Queen Halora is her damage increase from Abyssal Corruption is separate to crit damage. It allows you to do additional damage on top of that, so it's a multiplicative ability, not an additive ability, meaning critical strikes from your Geester are enhanced. And it works for all damage dealers, whether it's a Lord of Fear Aspen, a Doom Terminator Vulcan, or even someone a little weird, like a Patricia. Whatever it may be, your hero will gain additional crit damage when striking out. Look at that damage coming there from Geester already. You can see the health bar of the opponent moving ever so slightly. Now, the only issue we have here is this boss is going to be a bit tricky to kill. What we're struggling with is the fact that this is a top tier boss. This is an X101. Its HP is astronomical. So what you're likely to find here is we will not look like we've done much damage, but when the damage numbers appear, it will definitely show. Also, this may get a little bit laggy, because damage over time exists, right? That's one thing that Geester is bringing to the table, a ton of damage over time stacks. Granted, they will get removed at the end of the round, but when they're calculating their damage before they are removed, you'll see the game will freeze for a moment whilst it calculates those numbers. Now, fortunately, we've managed to shrink the boss back down. Olivia was having a bit of a hard time. She's wearing an elusive mirror, so her shrink is not as consistent as it could be, but that does feed us some energy. So that gives us consistent energy feed, allowing us to do damage to the boss. Now, unfortunately, if you look here, we've got ourselves a silence there on Geester. He is breaking free. Is he the second to go? Yes, he is. So actually, those silences are happening after he's attacked. That's completely fine. So yeah, we are getting lots of hits out here. And you're right, his core also adds damage over time as well. So, a lot of swipes here. Curious to see how much damage this does. I hope we get E to the 16. That would be amazing. And there... Oh! Wow! That's freaking huge! 2.752156 e to the 16? And you're saying e to the 13 you're hoping? Wait, if we high roll, you could squeeze an E13 with this Geester? Oh man, I'm excited for that one. Now, if you're curious what the star imprints are, we are sending in Cos Persuasion, we've got Cos Destiny, we've got Cos Tranquility, and Foresight. The full Cos set is bringing additional damage to the team with Nairns, and that's got Foresight as well. So we've got additional crit damage coming from here. Sadly, we don't have Defier here, because it has dropped below the Defier threshold of 70%. So we're not going to get that additional damage bonus. For those of you curious why Geester is doing a lot of damage, if you're not sure about A tiers, they gain the ability Giant Killer if you select it as one of these bonus stats, which gives you 100% extra damage if you have less HP than the opponent, which is absolutely incredible. You need to have a lot less HP, but that's very achievable. And we have Defier as well, which gives us additional damage if the target's HP is 70% or above, which gives us additional attack. And we can only do 3 attacks for now. That's fine. We've still got 2 more attacks left in the tank. Let's see if we can do better than 2.5 e to the 16. Let's send it and see how we do. So this time around, we're looking to hopefully get even more damage. You can see Geester's first move is to do a basic. After that, it's active skills all day long. Will we do better than 2.5 e to the 16? I hope so. I'm really hoping we can get that kind of damage here. Let's see. And your best hit 2 seasons ago was 7 e to the 16. Ooh, and I assume that was with Defier. In that case, I'm going to be happy if we get like a 4 e to the 16. A lot of this is going to come down to whether we can keep the boss shrunk with Olivia, whether we can get good Heartwatcher stacks off as well, as that's going to be very instrumental for our damage total. There's a lot of effects that we can throw out here to get some good RNG. And you're right, the RNG of the Phoenix. Will Phoenix buff Geester? Because sometimes Phoenix will miss. Phoenix only buffs 4 heroes. If that misses us, we do not get that additional damage bonus, which can sometimes be a bit of a shame. Either way, good damage is coming out here already. Unfortunately, Olivia did not keep the boss shrunk. Hopefully, we can knock him back down with a good hit. We're looking at Olivia here. Will she get an active skill? No, she won't. She is silenced still, meaning we're going into double-digit rounds now, round 10. Let's see. And you're saying, is there a particular reason why we run Phoenix over Snake? So Snake is ran because it's actually not possible to run Phoenix in this game mode. Normally, when you're running Phoenix, you need the burn to be on the opponent, and that allows you to deal extra damage. In this game mode, the boss removes that damage over time. So what you would need to get that damage bonus is to have a hero faster than Geester who can put burn onto the boss. That's not something that is readily available here. And actually, I can't think of a hero off the top of my head worth running in this formation that can burn. Fortunately though, Geester's core allows you to burn opponents, and therefore we can set up that burn. It's the very reason Geester is here that allows us to have burn on the enemy. In other circumstances, if you're running a Vulcan or if you're running an Aspen, you will go for Wolf because Halora can bleed, or you'll go for Snake because Freya can poison. The reason we use those is because there's a different type of damage over time coming from your support heroes. If heroes all burned, we'd probably all be using Phoenix, because Phoenix buffs both crit damage and holy damage. Now, look at that there, 3.65 e to the 16. That was better than last time. That was one heck of a hit. So let's go now with our third and final attack for today to see just how much damage we can do here. And just use Death Swarm. Sadly, the burn from Death Swarm would also get removed. You have to constantly reapply the burn on the enemy, which is why you need a faster hero. This is why it's really important to have Halora quicker than Geester. Not just because she puts Abyssal Corruption out, but because she is being able to do an attack, which then, thanks to the core from Geester, is adding a burn effect to the enemy. If you don't have Geester with Geester's core, obviously you can just run Halora as normal. She bleeds, so you would run Wolf. And if you can get Freya faster as well, if that's something you want to do, then you have the option of using Phoenix. Most people, though, in Star Expedition will use Wolf because Halora is the hero they want faster because of Abyssal Corruption. And you're saying if you have both Mystic Fairy Freya and Scarlet Queen Halora faster than LFA, is it better to run Wolf or Snake? Depends what you need. Snake gives skill damage and block. Wolf gives armor break and precision. I personally think armor break and precision are slightly better, so that's nice. And you said the poison always seems to stay after the end of the round and before MFF active for me. That's weird. Sometimes it might. I think the boss's ability to purify is random. I think there's some effects it will, and some effects it won't. It depends. But this makes it consistent, at least. But yeah, you can see this damage now is really, really nice. A lot of damage coming out here. Lots of stacks of damage over time as well. Hopefully we can keep this boss shrunk now through these final few rounds. Getting to round 11 here. The boss breaks free. Oh no, come on, Olivia. Shrink it back down. Please don't get silenced. Please don't get silenced. Oh! She did get silenced, but she didn't get horrified, which means she was still able to get a basic, and the basic was lucky enough to shrink the boss. That's great. That's really, really good. So if we keep this guy small, that's going to work nicely for us. Keep that damage pressure. Here we go. Come on. There's Phoenix putting out the buff. Has it gone to our boy Geester? Well, we're going to find out at the end of the fight. Will we beat 3.5 e to the 16? That's what we got last time. Will we get a bigger damage number in our final attack for today? We've got 2 rounds to find out. Tons of damage over time stacks coming here. Come on, baby. Get it in. And round 15, here she comes with a Phoenix. That's lovely. Giving us a buff. Tons of damage there. How much do you think it's going to be? Will it be bigger? Will it be lower? Let's find out. This final hit. Oh! Wow! 6.67 e to the 16. That is absolutely freaking huge. If that had happened with Defier, we might have managed e to the 17 if we were lucky. That damage is unreal. Geester is incredible at dealing with bosses. One of the few things he's good at, single target damage. He's not good at Void Campaign for that reason, but oh my word, this Geester rocking 27.8 million attack, giant killer, Defier, with an increased crit chance there from his bonus stats. This isn't even fully optimal. This could be skill damage, which would give him more. His stone is, of course, holy damage, skill damage. We have the Breath of Forest Spirit, and his imprints are precision, holy damage, and skill damage. This gives him a total crit damage of 82.7. Phoenix gives us 20% more, taking us to 102%. And then, thanks to running Nairn with Foresight, we get the additional 50%, giving us 150% crit damage, which is the cap to crit damage. You'll love to see something tuned up like this. And oh my word, Geester, so cool if you want to go ahead and get as much damage as you can out of boss fights. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that one. It's not often you get to see an A-tier Geester in action, and those damage numbers were absolutely colossal. Let me know who your favorite boss killer is in the game. Is it Lord of Fear Aspen? Is it somebody different? Or are you cool like Kiramiga and think the Mushroom Man Geester is the one for you? Either way, I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. And until next time, have an amazing week and happy idling.